All right.
Attention members and guests. The Margot Canal Recreation Center will be closing in 30 minutes for cleaning. Please plan your workout, equipment return, and locker room needs accordingly.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be a Fitlates class. My name is Mary. I'm going to unshare my screen. All you're going to need is a mat. And we'll go ahead and get started. So starting on your backs and just focusing in on your breath here. Taking an inhale and exhale, breathing here, rolling out your lower back, rocking your knees side to side. Taking an inhale and exhale, just warming up here, focusing in on our breath before we start to engage our core and engage the rest of our body. So taking an inhale one more time here. We're going to breathe through our belly. So as you inhale, lifting up, lower back comes up off the mat. Exhale, pressing your lower back down into the mat, engaging your core. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, pressing your lower back into the mat. Just keep breathing here. Focusing on your breath. Warming up your core, stretching out your spine. Taking one more breath. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and extend your legs out long here. Extending your arms behind you, reaching in both directions, pointing through your fingertips, pointing through your toes. And then go ahead and lift your legs up into tabletop position. So your knees are right above your hips. Legs are in a 90-degree angle here. We're going to lift up here. Lifting up through that chest, engaging your core. We're gonna pulse here. So these are our Pilates pulses, engaging that core, engaging our arm muscles, and just pulsing it out, staying in tabletop, lifting up through your upper body, getting those shoulders above the mat. Trying not to strain your neck here, so making sure that you're thinking about lifting through your chest, lifting through your core, and breathing. Using your breath. So it's inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep pulsing here. Keeping everything really strong. Again, if you have any pain in that neck, try to think about lifting up through that chest. Otherwise, you can stay down here. Think about still engaging that core, engaging those arm muscles. Keep breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing here. Now go ahead and extend both of those legs up toward the ceiling, lifting a little higher here, engaging that core, pointing through your fingertips. We are slowly lowering down and then lifting back up. If you have any pain in your lower back, feel free to take this to single leg drops. Still pulsing here with those arms. Otherwise, lowering both of those legs. Exhale, pressing up. Inhale, lowering down, just hovering above the mat. Exhale, lifting back up. Breathing here, keeping those arms strong. Think about engaging your biceps, engaging your triceps. We're gonna take 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and remember, if this is too much on your lower back, feel free to take it to single leg drops. Taking 2 more here, and 1. Lifting all the way up, knees come in, lowering down. Rocking side to side. Inhale and exhale. We'll have modifications on a lot of these moves because there might be strain on your lower back. So there will be options if you feel like you're having pain in your lower back at all. All right, extending those legs once again here, pointing through the toes, taking an inhale, reaching those arms back behind you. Inhale, exhale, lifting up, arms come up, engaging that core, and coming all the way up here, straightening out the back, rolling your shoulders, and then coming forward, keeping that back flat and flexing your feet. We're gonna take a few more of these. So these are our Pilates roll-ups. So as you come down, rolling those shoulders back, think about keeping that back flat, arms come forward, and you're rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale. Using your core strength to pull you forward, rolling those shoulders back, leaning forward, and then coming back up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice and controlled here. And if this is too much, you can use your arms to walk yourself down. And same thing, using your arms to walk yourself up. So this is warming up our core. We're also getting a full body stretch. Inhale, reach back, exhale, lifting. Using your breath here. Okay, we'll take a few more here. For 8. 7. Remember, keeping these really controlled. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And one more here, rolling down nice and slow. Inhale, reach back, exhale, coming all the way up, straightening out that back. When you're ready, we'll come up into a tabletop position. So your knees are right underneath your hips, wrists are underneath your shoulders, taking an inhale, dropping that belly down, lifting through your chest. Head towards the ceiling. Exhale, starting from your lower back, rolling up, rounding out your spine, dropping your head. Inhale, dropping your belly. Exhale, rounding out the spine, rolling out your neck. Coming back to a neutral spine. Go ahead and extend your legs. Coming into your plank. So here your back is flat, your butt is down low, and you're breathing. Option to come onto your knees here, still keeping that back flat. Otherwise, staying lifted and breathing. Keeping that core nice and strong. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lifting up, coming up into your downward dog. So you're just rocking your heels back and forth here. Feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, in your calves. Breathing here. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale, coming back into your plank. We're going to bring our right foot forward to meet our right hand. Feel that stretch. You should feel your hips start to opening up here. Stretching out those hip flexors. We're going to extend that right arm up toward the ceiling, pointing through your fingertips, opening up here, opening through that chest, lowering that right hand, and then sending that right foot back into plank. Go ahead and move the left foot up toward that left hand into your lunge here. We're going to extend that left arm up toward the ceiling. Breathing. Lowering that left arm, coming into plank. You're moving back and forth here. So inhale as you open up, and then exhale, coming into that plank position. Stretching out your whole body, engaging that core, keeping that chest and your arms engaged, staying in that plank. Just moving back and forth here. If you feel any pain in those wrists and it's starting to get uncomfortable, you can think about coming on to your fists here. And this will just help to ease any discomfort in your wrists. Moving back and forth here. We'll take 8 more for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more here. Opening up and then coming into your plank and holding. Breathing here. Once again, option to come onto those knees. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering those knees down. You are in your tabletop position. Focusing in on that breath. Breathing here. We're going to continue to engage our core. So go ahead and extend your right arm and your left leg. So you're finding one nice long line through your entire body. So think about making one long line through that back, through your back leg, through that arm, pointing through your fingertips and your toes, trying to stay stable here. So engaging that core, reaching in both directions, and breathing. Breathing here. Staying stable for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Coming into that tabletop position. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, extending that left arm and your right leg. So extending nice and long. One nice long line here. Engaging that core. Trying not to rock at all or open up too much on one side. Making sure that weight is even, that core is engaged. And looking forward here, just breathing. Staying strong for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Coming onto those toes, you'll start to feel a stretch in the back of your feet, pressing those hips back. And then when you're ready, lifting up into a downward dog. Pressing those heels into the mat, and then coming up, you're just warming up.
Attention members and guests, the Margot Cannell Recreation Center will be closing in 15 minutes for cleaning. Please plan your workout, equipment return, and locker needs accordingly. Thank you.
warming up those calves and your hamstrings. Pressing both of those heels down into the mat, taking an inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and come back into that plank position. From here, we're going to lower those knees down. So we're back in our tabletop position, but we're going to come on to our elbows. We are working our glutes and our thighs here. So you're going to start by flexing that right foot. So making sure, just checking form here, shoulders are right above the elbows, hips are right above the knees. We're going to flex that right foot. So we're going to drive that right heel up toward the ceiling and then come back down. So your heel is coming up and then that knee comes in toward your chest. So you should feel this in your glute and your thigh on that right leg. Exhale as you press up. Just driving that heel. Think about pushing that heel up toward the ceiling. And then inhale, knee comes in. Using your breath. And then you're working that core too as you keep stable here, keep balanced. You can keep this really slow. Using your breath. All right, we're going to take 8 more on this side for 8, 7, really intentional here, 6, 5, 4 more here for 4, 3, 2, and 1 more, staying lifted. That heel is pressing up toward the ceiling. We're just pulsing it out here, keeping that glute and thigh squeezed, pressing toward the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering that leg down. You can send those hips back into your feet, into those heels, stretching out that glute in your thigh. Taking an inhale, exhale. When you're ready, coming back into that tabletop. We're going to flex that left foot now. So that left leg comes up, setting that heel up toward the ceiling. Inhale, knee comes in toward your chest. So same thing, keeping stable here. And then using your breath, exhale as you lift. Inhale as your knee comes in. And think about driving that heel up, up. And keeping that foot flexed, keeping that leg in a 90-degree. We're going to keep moving here. Exhale, pushing all the way up, squeezing. Inhale, engaging that core. Left knee comes in toward the chest. All right, taking 8 more here. For 8, 7, 6, keep driving up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more here, lifting up and squeezing, pressing toward that ceiling, pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering back down, setting those hips back, releasing any tension in your glutes and your thighs here. And when you're ready, coming onto your hands, setting those legs back, we're coming back into plank. We're going to move here from elbows to hands, stay in that plank position. You're working your upper body. You're working your arms here. And as you come up, you can alternate which arm you lower down first, and then which arm lifts you back up. We're just moving through these, staying stable. Try not to rock too much. Breathing, staying in that plank. Using your breath. And option, once again, coming onto your knees if you need to. We're gonna take 8 more here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1 more here. Go ahead and lower those knees. Finding your breath here, sending those hips back. Taking an inhale. Exhale, coming all the way up. And we're gonna come on to our back. Continuing to work that core, as well as our glutes and our thighs. Right. You're on your back here. Lifting up through that chest, hands behind your head. We're gonna come up and then lower back down. So just simple here, lifting. Exhale as you come up, and then inhale as you lower. Using your breath to keep you stable here. And as you lift, think about lifting through that chest, keeping those elbows wide, and using your breath. You can make this really controlled. And as you come up, those shoulders come up off the mat. Breathing here. Keep breathing. All right, we're taking 8 more of these. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep lifting, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lift those those legs toward the ceiling, pointing through your toes. And it's okay if those legs are slightly bent or they're not directly above your hips. Wherever you are is fine. We're gonna do the same thing here. So we're lifting that upper body up, engaging those lower abs. But we're going to extend our arms here. So you're thinking about reaching toward your toes and then lowering back down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. And you're keeping these really controlled, engaging that core. Once again, not straining that neck. So think about lifting through your chest, lifting through your abdominals, pointing those toes, keeping everything really engaged. And those shoulders are staying up off the mat. So you lift, and then as you lower, you're still just hovering above that mat, just lowering down slightly, and then pulling yourself back up. So using your breath here. Exhale, inhale, lowering back down. Keep breathing here. All right. And if you feel like your neck is getting sore and you need that extra support, feel free to place your hands behind your head, but same thing, thinking about lifting through your core, lifting through your chest. We're taking 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hug those knees into your chest, lowering your upper body. All right. Okay, we're gonna hug our right knee in toward our chest. Our left leg is just hovering above the mat. Same thing, you're lifting up through your chest here. We're gonna place those hands behind our head one more time. That left elbow comes in toward that right knee, and then you're switching sides. So these are like our bicycles, but you're making sure these are really controlled. So these can be super slow. You're holding at the top, making sure that elbow meets that knee, and then you're slowly lowering down. So you're working those lower abs, your upper abs, you're working your obliques. So your obliques are here. As you turn to each side, you're keeping those shoulders up off the mat. You're keeping those elbows wide, and you're using your breath. So exhale, lifting, inhale, lowering back down. So just moving through these, making sure that knee comes all the way up to that elbow. Using your breath here. Keep moving through these. All right, we're gonna take 8 more on each side. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more here. Using your breath, 1 more, and go ahead and lower all the way down, keeping those knees hugged in. You might feel some pain in that lower back, so we're just rocking back and forth. You're rolling out that lower back, rolling out your glutes, and focusing in on your breath. And when you're ready, you can lower those feet down. We're gonna move into working our glutes and our thighs. So staying in this position, your arms are gonna come down, and you're gonna want to be in a position where your tops of your fingers touch the back of your heels. So if you need to scoot your feet in a little bit here. We're gonna move into a bridge position. So a bridge position looks like your hips lifted up off the mat. So you're squeezing your thighs and your glutes to lift your hips up off the mat, so they come up off the mat, and then you're lowering back down. So these are our glute raises. So you're lifting into that bridge and then slowly lowering back down. So it's exhale, pressing up, squeezing, holding, and then slowly lowering. And just moving through these. So it's exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Same thing with these moves, taking your time. So it's better to be intentional, to make sure you're engaging your muscles, than trying to do this really quickly. And aligning this move with your breath is really important. So using your breath here, keep going. We're gonna keep moving through these. Keep breathing. Exhale, pushing up. Inhale, slowly lowering back down. And as your hips lower back down, as your glutes come back down, I guess, they shouldn't touch the mat. So they're just hovering above the mat. And then you're pressing them back up. All right, we'll take 8 more here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying lifted, so you're still in that bridge position. We're gonna pulse up. So these are just like our raises, but you're staying in that bridge. So they're, your glutes are just making tiny movements here. So tiny pulses up toward the ceiling.
Attention Attention members and guests, the Margot Canal Recreation Center is now closed for cleaning. Thank you and have a good day.
So we're going to take 8 more here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering all the way down. Rocking those knees from side to side. So you're rolling out your lower back, you're also lowering out your glutes after you've been squeezing those muscles, just rocking back and forth. And then coming back to center. All right, extending those legs nice and long. You might feel tight in your knees a little bit, so you can move those legs back and forth, point and flex your feet, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, we're gonna come onto our side. So either leg on top is fine. We're gonna switch sides after we finish this side. So you can relax that upper body. So you can either be like laying on your bottom arm or use your bottom arm to prop your head. But we're gonna be focusing on our glutes, our thighs, a little bit of core to keep us balanced. So starting working that top leg. So you're gonna wanna flex your top foot. We're gonna lift that leg up and then slowly lower back down. So similarly to the glute raises, you are pressing and holding at the top, and then you're slowly lowering down. But that leg's not gonna come all the way down. You're gonna keep your leg engaged the whole time. So you're just hovering above that bottom leg once you get, once that leg lowers down. And then you're squeezing that glute and lifting that leg back up. So it's exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And then using that core here is just to keep your body from moving from side to side, from opening up too much. It's to keep those hips stacked on top of each other. And if balance is hard, you can use that top arm to keep you stable, to support you. And you're gonna start to feel this in your top glute and in that thigh. So use your breath to help you out here. So exhale as you press up, and then inhale as you lower back down. And keeping that foot flexed is gonna keep your glute and your thigh engaged the whole time. Using your breath here. Keep going. All right, we're gonna take 8 more here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, taking 3 more, 3, 2, and 1. Holding at the top and then slowly lowering back down. Relax that top leg. So you're gonna start to feel tension build up in that thigh and glute. So we're gonna make a fist in our top arm and our top hand. We're gonna tap out our glute here. So just tapping on your glute, tapping on your thigh. That's gonna release some of the tension there. And breathe here. And when you're ready, we're gonna switch sides. So we're just gonna do the same thing using the other leg. So that other leg is on top. So same thing here, just relaxing your upper body, flexing that top foot. Option to use that top arm to keep you from moving too much. And we're going to lift that leg and lower. And even if you're using that top arm to support you, you can think about engaging that core. So exhale, pressing up, flexing that foot, inhale, lower. Keep moving here. Using your breath, same thing. So exhale, lifting, inhale, lower. So you can think about exhaling when it gets hard, and then inhaling when it's less difficult, less strenuous. And that's going to help you keep those muscles engaged. Staying strong here. We're going to take 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, holding at the top, keeping that foot flexed, and go ahead and lower all the way down. So once again, you're going to make a fist with that top arm, and then tap out your glute here with that fist. Release any of that tension. And when you're ready, coming onto your stomach. So we're going to finish with a couple moves for our lower back and our arms. So you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders, and your elbows are going to come in toward your ribs. So tuck those elbows in, rolling those shoulders back. We're going to press up here into half cobra. So you're lifting just a little bit. So those arms are going to align with your back, and then you're lowering back down. Now, when we first start out doing this, I want you to think about engaging those triceps. Okay, so you're not using your lower back to lift yourself up, but you're using your triceps, so that muscle in the back of your arm. So lift and then slowly lower back down. So lift, hold, slowly lower. And same thing, using your breath, so exhale as you come up, and inhale, lower back down. And you're going to want to think about engaging those arm muscles. So the more you think about what muscles you're engaging, the more that you're engaging them. So think about lifting your entire body up with just those tricep muscles. And if your arms do get sore, you can think about stabilizing yourself with those glutes and that lower back, and lifting with that lower back. All right, we'll take 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. This last one we're holding. Engage those triceps, tuck those elbows in, and go ahead and lower all the way down. Extend those arms out forward, and you can take your arms out slightly so they're just as wide as the mat. And then you can do the same thing with your legs. So this last move we're going to be doing is going to work our lower back and our glutes. So you're lifting up here, so your arms and legs are going to come up off the mat. Think about engaging that lower back, engaging those glutes. And then we're lowering back down. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering. So just move back and forth through these. So that lower back lifts your upper body up, and then those glutes get your legs up off the ground. Another way to keep those muscles engaged is think about pointing those fingertips. Think about pointing your toes. And then using your breath. It's going to make it easier. So exhale, lifting, holding, inhale, lowering back down. So find length. 2 here. We'll take 8 more here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding at the top. And go ahead and lower all the way down, relaxing, and just staying here for a moment and focusing in on your breath. Taking an inhale and exhale. Go ahead and move your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck those elbows in, and we're lifting up. And then as you come up, think about sending those hips back, same thing as we did before, but we're gonna come into a child's pose. So resting in this position, your arms are forward, and then you can relax that head, so that head can come down into the mat. Feel that stretch in your lower back. Inhale, exhale. And when you're ready, coming up into a tabletop position, we're going to stretch out our spine like we did before. So an inhale into that cow position. So belly is dropped, you're lifting through your chest, and then rounding that spine into cat, dropping your head. You can roll out your neck here too. You might feel some tension in your neck. All right, one more time. Inhale into cat. Exhale into cow. And then coming into a neutral spine. All right, we're going to move into our downward dog. So come onto your toes, feel that stretch in your feet, send those hips back, and then press up into downward dog. Press those heels into the mat, stretching out your calves and your hamstrings. And then just pressing that left heel into the mat, lifting up your right leg. Take an inhale here. You're creating one nice long line through your arms, through your back, through that right leg, pointing through your right foot. Exhale, right knee comes in toward your chest, engaging your core. Inhale, lifting up. You'll feel a full body stretch when you come up here. Exhale, coming down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Engage that core, hold, and then lower down. We're gonna come into a pigeon pose. So that's what we're doing right now. So that front leg is bent here, back leg nice and straight. You're coming forward, relaxing that upper body. You can relax your forehead and you're just breathing. You're gonna feel a stretch in that glute and your thigh and that right leg. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and rock that back leg around to the front, come into a seated position. You're gonna keep that back straight and flat, but we're gonna lean forward. And go ahead and come up. Come back into that tabletop position. We're gonna stretch out that other leg. So send those hips back and press up. Feeling that stretch. And then pressing your right heel into the mat, lifting that left leg up nice and long here. Inhale, exhale, left knee in toward the chest, engaging your core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lowering back down. One more time, inhale. Nice and long, exhale. Go ahead and lower that left leg now, extending that right leg back behind you and then leaning forward. Now, wherever you are in spine, you might not be able to get that back leg pressed all the way into the mat. You might have to bring this front leg closer in toward that back leg, whatever feels comfortable for you. Use your breath here, relax that upper body. And when you're ready, wrap that back leg around to the front. Come into a seated position and lean forward. Rolling those shoulders back, keeping that back straight, just stretching here and coming back. Go ahead and come onto your back, taking a few last breaths here. Ending the way we started. You can place your hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach, so you can focus in on your breath. Feeling the air chest, feeling the air rise in your chest, feeling your heart, and slowing down here. Feel free to close your eyes. Taking an inhale and exhale. All right, one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and extend those legs long. We're going to take a Pilates roll up as we come back up. So inhale, extend those arms back. Exhale, reaching forward, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, straightening up that back, and then coming forward. All right, we'll take 2 last breaths together. So into a seated position, roll those shoulders back, take an inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering back down. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Hands come down and go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you so much. My name is Mary. I teach on Saturday in person. I also teach online classes a couple times during the week. But these videos will be on YouTube, so you can watch any of these anytime. Thank you so much for watching.